Welcome to Study Physics. So in this video we will be solving the problem 52 of chapter 12, that is SHM. So in this problem what is asked is a circular wire hung on a nail in a wall undergoes small oscillation of amplitude 2 degree and time period is 2 seconds. Find for a part the radius of circular wire. So in this problem there are 4 parts, so we will be solving part wise part, so one after the other. So let us solve for part A. So the value of theta given here is 2 degree, then the time period is just 2 seconds, so time period given is 2 seconds. So in the A part what is asked is radius. So here, in order to understand with the help of a picture, so what we will do is we will draw a circular wire. So let us consider this be a circular wire and this is suspended with the help of a nail. So consider that at this point this is suspended with the help of a nail. So if this is the point of suspension, we can consider this as a radius of the circular wire. So let us consider this point as a radius of wire. So in this particular problem we have to find the value of r, and given is the time period of this circular wire when it is suspended through this particular point. Then the angular amplitude of oscillation is 2 degree. By that time we have to find the value of radius of this particular wire. So in order to have the value of radius, we have to go through with the help of time period. So time period, we know that for any physical body is written like 2 pi under root I by mgl. So like this we have to evaluate the time period. So here the time period is given, the mg and L value we know from the point of suspension to the center of the object, that is r only. So r we know, only we need is moment of inertia. So we can consider the circular wire as a ring like structure. So moment of inertia about the central point will be mr square. So about the center of mass the moment of inertia is mr square. But what is required is about this particular suspension point. So in order to have the moment of inertia about this particular point, what we have to do is we have to add the moment of inertia at central point plus mass of this object concentrated at center into the distance between these 2 points. So that point is mr square only. So what we can write is mr square plus of mr square. So moment of inertia about this suspension point will be 2 mr square. So we obtain the value of moment of inertia about this particular point. Now we can write the time period equation as, because the time period is given 2 seconds, so we can write it like this. So it will be 2 pi under root, here the moment of inertia is 2 mr square divided by mg, and L is here r only, so we can write it like this. So by that time we will be getting 1 upon pi value will be equals to 2 root 2r by g. So in order to have the value of r, what we can do is we can square on both the sides. So it will be like 2r upon g. So here the 2r value will be equals to g upon pi square. So just r value will be equals to g upon 2 pi square. and in this problem the value of g given is pi square. So we can substitute the value of g over here, that will be like pi square upon 2 pi square. So these two terms will be cancelled. By that time it will be 0.5. so all the parameters are taken in terms of g value is pi square per meter square, so all the parameters are taken in terms of meter, so radius will be 0.5 meter. So and in this problem the answer is given in terms of centimeter, so we can convert it like 50 centimeter. So in this way we answered or we completed the part A. So now we can proceed for part B, and in the part B the speed of the particle farthest away from the point of suspension as it goes through its mean position. Okay, so what is asked in this problem is, see, this was our physical pendulum, we can say that, or our wire suspended through this point. So what is asked is, see, when oscillations will occur, by that time what will happen is it will oscillate like this. So one time it will go in this particular direction, and consider in the other time it will go like this. So in this way this object or this wire will oscillate about its point of suspension. So in order to better understand this particular picture, we can just imagine a simple pendulum oscillating over a fixed point as well. It is just in order to understand with some more clarity, we can consider it like this. So what is to be understood here is that the object is like circular wire, so the mass of this object is distributed uniformly over the periphery, like just like ring. So we can consider that whole mass is just concentrated over here, means whole mass is just concentrated over central point. So what we can say here is, at a distance of r only, the whole mass of this object is just concentrated. And now we will consider this mass, means this object, as a physical object here. So in order to find the what is asked is the speed of the particle farthest away. So in order to find the speed of any particle which is performing simple harmonic motion or some oscillation, what we do is we write the relation of v square or equation for v square, which is equals to v square. So v square is equals to omega square into a square minus of x square. So here omega square is not known to us, a square is just known to us. So in this way, in order to get the value of v, what is required is the value of omega. So once we find the value of omega, we can very easily find the value of velocity. So in order to evaluate this particular omega square or the value of omega, what we will be doing is we will be considering the energy equation. So how will we do that is, so in this problem, as we have considered this as this object very similar to this, in order to understand it more easily, so we will see that this physical object will perform oscillation about its fixed point in this particular way. So let us consider that at the extreme position it has reached to this particular position. So here the value of theta is just given to us, so that value is 2 degrees. So theta value we know, so this value is 2 degree. So in order to find the velocity at this particular position, why? Because in the question it is asked that the speed of the particle farthest away from the point of suspension as it goes through the mean position. So we need to find the value of velocity at this particular position. So how we will be doing is, see, for any simple pendulum or like any oscillation object, what we have studied is when the particle is at mean position, by that time it will have only the kinetic energy. So for the case when there is no losses present there, by that time the kinetic energy will be maximum here, and this kinetic energy will be exactly equal to the total energy of the system. So at this particular position, the kinetic energy will be exactly equal to the total energy of the system. So like this we have understood. But when this particle will comes to its extreme position, by that time what will happen is its velocity will exactly be equals to 0. Why? Because at this particular position the particle will stop, so the velocity of this particle will be 0 at this particular location. By that time the kinetic energy of the particle will be 0 there. So the total energy will be present in the form of potential energy only. So what we have understood from this particular point, that at the extreme position only potential energy will be there, and at the mean position only kinetic energy will be there. But these two energy will be exactly equal. So how we can write this thing as the kinetic energy at a mean position? So we can write like kinetic energy at a mean position will be exactly equals to the potential energy at extreme position, and which will be equals to total energy as well. So this will be equals to total energy as well. So we can write it like this. Okay, so now how we will do our next step is, the kinetic energy at a mean position will be half I omega square, and that value must be equals to, now we have to find or evaluate the value of potential energy at this particular location. So we have understood all these parts. So let me erase this part so that I can do the more steps required here, or the further step which is required here. So now what we will be doing is we will be evaluating the value of potential energy here. See, this value is R, and this value is also R, and this angle is theta. So by that time this length will be, so this length will be exactly equals to R cos theta. So this length will be exactly equals to R cos theta. So when this particle was at the mean position, then its potential energy was 0. But when it reached to this particular location, by that time it has gone through a height of, let us consider this height as a h. So it has gone through a height of h, that is equals to r. So the total length was r. So r minus of r cos theta. So how much height it has gone through, that is exactly equals to r into 1 minus of cos theta. So during this time the particle has reached to a height of this particular value. So by that time the potential energy of that particular particle will be mg, and h value we can write r into 1 minus of cos theta. So we can write it like this. Now we have evaluated the moment of inertia of this particular particle, moment of inertia of this particular particle about the point of suspension, that is exactly equals to 2 mr square. So we will just substitute this value here only. So it will be like 2 mr square omega square will be equals to mgr into 1 minus of, so this value is 1 minus of, so this value is 1 minus of cos theta. So now we can erase m and m, 2 and 2 will also be cancelled, r value and r will be cancelled. So what will left here is omega square equals to g upon r into 1 minus of cos theta. So from this particular value we can evaluate the value of omega square. So omega square So omega square term will be, so omega square term will be g. So g value is given here, that is our pi square. So we will be writing it like pi square, and since we have written g value in terms of meters, so r value should be taken in terms of meter only. So this will be like this, and 1 minus of cos theta. So after that we have to evaluate the value of omega square by substituting these all the value. So let me just evaluate this value, and after evaluating I will directly substitute the value here. So let me, so from there we will be just evaluating directly the value of omega only. So I have just calculated with the help of calculator. So it is approximately 0.109 something, so radian per second. So we can write it like 0.11 radian per second. So the value of omega here will be 0.11 radian per second. So now since we have evaluated the value of omega, now what is required here is, in this problem in the part B, what is asked is the speed of the particle farthest away from the point of suspension as it goes through the mean position. So see here, we have to evaluate the v value, not the omega value. So since we have evaluated the value of omega, and now we have to evaluate the value of v. So how we will be doing is, see, we know that the relation between v and omega is v is equals to r omega, but in this particular problem we are asked about the velocity of particle which is at the extreme opposite end. So by that time here the r value will be exactly equals to 2r. So since we have evaluated the value of omega here, we can very easily evaluate the value of b, that will be 2r into just omega value. So by that time 2, and here r value is 0.5 in terms of meter, omega will be just 0.11. so v value we can evaluate, it is 1, so it will be 0.11 meter per second. So this should be the answer for part B. So it is in terms of meter, but in the book answer is in terms of centimeter, so we can convert it like this. So v value will be exactly equal to 11 centimeter per second. So in this way we have evaluated part B. In the C part, what is asked is the acceleration of the particle as it goes through its mean position. So see, when the particle will go through its mean position, we can see here that see, at this particular point when particle is going through its mean position, so by that time what will happen is a centripetal acceleration, means towards the center a acceleration will act. So there will be only centripetal acceleration here. So that because of that centripetal acceleration, the value of acceleration is asked in C part. So that centripetal acceleration will be exactly equals to omega square into 2r. So this value will be equals to, so omega square, so omega value is 0.11, so we have to take its square, and 2r will be 1 only. So this value 0.11 square, let me evaluate, so then I will. So this is equals to 0.0121 meter. So acceleration will be equals to 1.21 centimeter per second square. So there is a square also, per second square for the case of acceleration. So in this way we have evaluated the acceleration at the mean position, and this acceleration will be because of the centripetal force which is acting towards the center. So now In this way we finish the third part or the C part. In the D part, what is asked is the acceleration of this particle when it is at extreme position. So now we have to evaluate the value of acceleration when it is at extreme position. So see, this is the mean position and this is the extreme position. So at extreme position, what happens is velocity is 0 there. So when the velocity is 0, by that time the centripetal acceleration is towards the center. So that is because of the mv square by r force, where v square by r acts as a acceleration. So here v is 0, so centripetal acceleration will be 0. But since this particle is doing SHM, so a acceleration will be there because of the simple harmonic motion. So that acceleration we have to evaluate. So in order to evaluate that acceleration, since the time period given here is 2 seconds, so in order to evaluate the value of omega, so time period will be equal to 2 pi by omega value. So here time is 2, so 2 pi by omega term will be here, so omega value will be pi only. So what we have evaluated is value of omega. So omega will be pi radian per second square. So since the omega value is evaluated here, so now we have to evaluate the angular acceleration there. So angular acceleration will be omega square into theta. So omega square will be pi square and the theta term is just 2 here. So we have to evaluate first the angular acceleration. And now see the value of theta here, means this theta here is in terms of degree, but we have to evaluate this in terms of radian. So what we will be doing is upon 180, so multiplied by pi upon 180. So alpha value will be like this, means angular acceleration will be like this. So if this is the angular acceleration, so if required there some translational acceleration or linear acceleration, so it will be like 2r into alpha. So 2r into alpha term will be there, so it will be like 2r into alpha value will be like 2 upon pi cube divided by 180. So we have to evaluate this particular value. So let me evaluate this value and after that I will be substituting. So after evaluating this particular value, what we will be getting is 34.39 centimeter per second square. So we can write it like approx 34 centimeter per second square. So acceleration is like 34 centimeter per second square. So in this way we have finished our problem